Let's talk about impact play. Can we talk about impact play? I've been dying to talk to you about impact play all day. Hey everyone, my name is Mar. I use they, them, or she, her pronouns, and in case you haven't guessed it yet, this video is about impact play. So, let's just dive right into it. There are basically two main types of impact play, thuddy and stingy. It's a little bit hard to put into words what the difference is there. They're just sort of different sensations. It's like an example of thuddy would be like punching, and an example of stingy would be slapping. A friend of mine put it very well into words, which is that thuddy is an oof while stingy is an eep. And I haven't heard that described better anywhere else, so I use that description all the time now. There are so many different implements that you can use for impact play. You can use things you find around the house, you can use your hands, you can use such things as the ones I have before me. What are these? So this is a zebra wood paddle. This is really nice because you don't have to put very much power behind it in order to get a very hard impact. So that can be good and bad because you don't have to put that much effort, but also if you put too much power behind it, it can be really intense way too quickly, and that's not what you're going for. On that note, something to keep in mind with impact play is that it's usually good to warm up to certain intensity levels. Like if you're spanking someone, do it lightly at first and then sort of ramp up from there. What I like to do is I ask, if I'm doming somebody and doing impact play, I like to give them maybe like a medium intensity level and then ask them on a scale of 1 to 10 how much that hurt for them. And then do that maybe a couple more times with varying intensities and then go from there. So this paddle can be an example of both types of impact play because the broader side of it will definitely create a more stingy sensation, whereas if you use the side of it, it'll create a more thuddy sensation. So this has some versatility to it there. Whereas this guy, the cat of nine tails, which is somewhere between like a whip and a flogger, basically. It's got, as you can tell, 9 tassels on it, each with these little tassel-y bits attached to them. This guy is definitely stingy pretty much through and through. You can do different intensity levels on it, of course, but overall the end result is going to be stingy kind of no matter what. So let's talk a little bit about safety with impact play. There are a lot of intricacies to being safe with impact play. A general good rule of thumb is to stay with more areas of the body that have more mass and not something like the stomach, for example, which has a lot of organs behind it, and if you hit too hard there, it's not a good time. So that's a general rule of thumb in terms of safety, but also really important for safety with this is to just communicate with whoever you're doing this with and make sure that everything's good, that everything feels okay, and that there's no like abnormal things going on with them. And a good way to keep a general like grasp of this is to use safe words or some kind of safe word system. A system that I use a lot is the green, yellow, red system. So green, of course, is we're all good, keep going. Yellow is maybe slow down a bit or move to a different spot or something like that. And red is that was way too much, stop and let's try to do something else. Or talk about why that didn't work. And this is a really great system because you can just periodically check in with somebody and see where they're at with that. And yeah, it has worked very well for me. There's also the aspect of having just one safe word, which is like saying red, but it's a bit more, it has a bit more weight behind it. So you can pick any word that you want, basically, as long as you know what the safe word is and whoever you're playing with knows what the safe word is. that kind of goes over the communication and safety aspect of impact play. And with that, I hope that you found this information helpful. As I said, there are so many different implements that you can use for impact play, such as what you see behind me, and yeah, get out there and have some fun.